I think I need a more faded in intro so you're not like scared when my face pops up on your screen and I start talking. We need need some music and some fade in. What do y'all think? Good morning, everyone. Good job for you, Evan, giving blood. I can't give blood anymore. That's the one thing I wish I could do that I can't do. It really affects me. It knocks me out like dizziness. Is my podcast post done? Yes. So Todoist alert says thank you. Tony, good luck on your blood work. How are y'all this morning? How are we doing? We got things to unbox. I didn't think I'd have things to unbox today. I was going to continue with my letter writing, like I ever write letters, my envelope addressing, and get those last few done. We'll still do that probably. ASMR cooking. So on ASMR cooking channels, is it literally just the sound of cooking? Like they purposefully don't talk, right, for the ASMR parts of the cooking? Letter writing. Good morning, Susie. Yeah, I figured as much. So, yeah, I'll have to check that out. Like, I just want to see it. Like, I don't know that I could, baking channel. Okay. I could get behind that more than like some of the other ASMR stuff that I've seen. Hidamari cooking. Okay, cool. We'll have to check that out. We will check that out. Feeling good today, guys. Jesse, you got your Burton? Good. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it breaks in well and wears in well. They will tend to turn more gray than black over time, and I find that quite enjoyable. But like everyone's loving them right now, but like these cases are designed to change the more you use them, so it's cool. Yeah, so I'm in a super good mood. This is one of those weeks where I finally feel not like totally caught up, but I feel like the week, it's not like on Tuesday, it doesn't feel like I've had 5 days worth of a week already happened to me. Like I was like, is it Friday yet? Like today is like, oh, is it Wednesday? Like I feel like I'm staying on top of things better than normal. So I hope y'all are having a good week too. Hello, Taboo Child. So we got this box. It's a pretty sizable box. Good morning, even supposing. We have this. Oh, D&D night. That's awesome. D&D gives me anxiety. Is that so wrong? That's like D&D is one of those things that should be like, in my Venn diagram, like D&D should be like right in the middle, but I've never played because I have too much anxiety to do that, I think. 6-year group. That's dope. That's so cool. Birch May morning, Brooks morning, Kimmy morning. So we have thin envelope here. Y'all probably know what that is. Some of y'all probably have the same envelope. And then we have a rare guest appearance by Art Snacks today. So we'll do that. We'll do that stuff in a minute. And then I'll probably do some more 10 years. That's awesome. I like super respect the D&D players and the D&D environment. It's really amazing. Yeah. So, maybe one of these years I could do it. I could never be a DM though. Those are special cats there. Those DMs, man. I would have a nightmare just thinking about like if I was a DM. I would never sleep. Once or twice a year, pick up the campaign. That's okay. That's more than zero, right? D&D night at a pen show. That could work. We could do like a pen show D&D group. Oh, Sarah Beth, I like that. No buy October 1st. Ooh, now I feel guilty, but I'm also doing you a favor, so I don't feel so bad now. But I like that. I need to use that. Burton as a D&D kit for A5 notebooks and small dice bags and minis. That's awesome. That's perfect. It's a really good size for that. Oh, that's cool, Evan. I mean, not the leaving part, but yeah, picking up a new group. That would make a great member show. Some people already do that. Like, there's some D&D crossover with Incomparable and some of the Relay members, and they were talking about building a D&D podcast game for that. Did the dice project happen? It did not, but Brooks is in here. We could ask him. We're just both like super busy. Like that's probably like not in a top 5 project state for me. But I would love that to happen. Now you make me feel super guilty, Sarah. No problem, no. Yeah, that's awesome. No, I'm super lucky to be able to do this. Like, I just really cool. D&D digital. Like, I can't even think about it. Yeah, we're gonna do dice. We will do dice because we can make dice bags. Well, let's look at a 2020 project for that, because like even if I talk to Jonathan right now and he'll confirm in the chat, if I gave Jonathan a purchase order today, I bet we're looking at August. So that's something we'll just have to think about. Like, and I don't want to put words in Jonathan's mouth, but I'm just throwing out like BS just on time frame wise. Like, that's what it would be. It would just be dumb. Yeah, exactly. I know, like, I can picture, you do this long enough, you like can picture these things. It's like, this is just how it is, because like me and Jeff met last weekend on Saturday, and we have a laundry list of tasks for each of us to do for knock. And like, even like this whole week is just like, did we get any traction on any of this stuff? It just takes forever, So it's wild. Yeah. Slack is getting super crowded too. Like, the conversations are moving so fast. Like, yeah, like Tony's reading my mind. Slack is full. Like, yeah, it actually makes me want to go on there less than I ever did. When do they go on sale? Should be Saturday. And they're really dope. Yes, Tabby Child, there is a Pen Addict Slack. You need to email me, hello@penaddict.com, and we'll invite you. Yes, Saturday, Kathy. Mike surprised me yesterday. If y'all listened to the podcast, for him to say unprompted that this was his favorite edition, surprised me. Like, it really did. So I was very happy about that, and I hope y'all enjoy it too. I know y'all will. I like it, so I don't really care. I do it for me mostly. I get 500 now. So, and even like, I don't think I'll sell any as fast as I did last year's for the pink robots, and those lasted almost a month. And like before that, the isometric didn't last. I mean, that lasted like 6 or 9 months. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do something like pink robots again. Actually, Tony, after the show, I don't know if Mike said that on the show, but either before or after the show, he says, I really have a soft spot for that first one, because that just really fits like the Pen Addict stuff. I'll never do... Yeah, and the Bomb Pop is dope too. So, I mean, like, I've been very lucky to work with some cool people on these projects, and this one's very cool too. But I'm pretty convinced... Good morning, Thunder Viking. That I won't have one just as special as like pink robots. Like, that was the exception to the rule. I only have so many of those stories to tell, and you can't force that kind of stuff, right? So, this is very much the one we're getting ready to release. The Pastel Shiba is very much in my traditional mold of fun retros. Like, I'm jacked about it. So, hello, Noodle Warrior. I'm glad everyone's still rolling in here. This is awesome. I've been pretty good. Yeah, pink robots was a perfect storm. That's a good way to put it. Was I talking about the Kickstarter bags? No, but I can. Well, I was mentioning it. Mentioning them. I'm 100. Well, I won't say I'm 100% shipped. I'm shipped with everyone I have address to. That reminds me, I need to send out the video and the bag completion today. So let me put in a task while I talk to y'all. Let's see, Kickstarter email. Cockstuder. Oh, that was dirtier than I planned for it to be. But that's what my typo said. Kickstarter email. So look for that this afternoon. You'll get a link to the live San Francisco show and a note that all bags for people that I have addresses are shipped. So I'm 13 bags short. Because I don't have addresses, but I'll be emailing those people directly. Everything else is shipped as of yesterday. All right, alert made. No new product names yet. We'll have to make something for the dice bag though. I guess we could just call it dice bag. Noodle Warrior, did I say hello? Hello to you. But I was saying a minute ago, yeah, you can email me, Tolliver, and I can send a tracking number. Wish there was a fountain pen in the style of the Retro 51 pink robots or Buzz. I mean, that's something I could do. I don't really have the desire to do that yet, although their fountain pens are now at least compelling. Like, they're better than they used to be. So I'm happy with that. What's up, Salty Scott? What I was saying a minute ago, how about this Twitch schedule? I've been pretty good. I haven't missed a day of my commitment yet, and even though I know I will, like if I'm traveling or whatever, or there'll be things that come up, but I like to have the expectation of the schedule in the morning, even if like some days we might only go an hour. Like if I can get over here and do it, and be live for a little bit, like it's fun. It kind of gets me going and gets my head right. It helps me remember to do things. Thursdays are a good day. Yeah. It helps y'all remind me of things I owe you. So, it's good for me. And like I write everything down, but then I still forget to write everything down. So it's one of those things. All the geeking in one day. Love the consistency. Thank you, Kimmy. So my goal is, not this year, but probably, as we get into next year, is to extend out the streams longer and do more things. It'd be cool if we have guests, and I know it's hard during a daytime, when people are working, for people to jump on and chat. But yeah, the consistency is surprising. Pacific Northwest, the Aline, you gotta just set your alarm should be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Brad's Twitch alert. That should be your alarm for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Except when I'm out of town and you don't get up and you miss your appointment. Like, rip. Sorry. So Aline streams. Y'all should go follow her on Twitch. Anyone else that streams on Twitch, you should go. You should let me know so people in this chat can go follow you, because we're all on one big team of awesomeness. So yes, Aline is the best, and Kathy's the best, and y'all are all the best. So yeah, please don't stream. You will get banned from Twitch if you stream in the bathroom. That at least I've heard. I have not tried, but like I read all those articles, and there are things. All right, I need to clear some space here. We're going to open up this Field Notes package first, because most everyone knows what we're going to get here. So let's see how even awesomer they look. You can't stream, your house isn't clean enough. Well, I can't stream because my internet it isn't good enough. So I actually have to drive over to my in-laws' house to stream, and fortunately I don't have to clean this room because no one goes in here, and it's always super clean. Like, as you can tell, this place it's fancy. It's nice. They have a nice crib. All right, how hot is this orange on the leaves? I'll open it up in just a second, but oh, Sam the Red, I appreciate you setting up a reminder in case the Twitch alerts don't work correctly. I keep all my junk, like I have to, when I come to stream. Here, we'll go a little bit behind the scenes before I go. When I come to stream, I walk in with, it's like I'm going to the office. I have a backpack and a tote full of my stuff. There's a Spoke Pen making a special guest appearance. We're still working on that project. That's taken a while. So yeah, this is me going over to school. Thank you for the follow, Tolliver. So, and then, I pack all this up, and then I pack my coffee. You can tell I like the Zojirushi because it's getting love marks on it now. Like, it's got some wabi-sabi going, so you know this is legit. And then I have my water as well. So it's like me packing for school or office or work or something. Yeah, so it's I don't know where I was going, but yeah. No, I was just saying it's like packing to go to the office when I come over here. So, all right, Autumn Trilogy. So we'll open these up in a sec. I didn't bring a snack today, but I ate breakfast. That's the difference. So I ate breakfast. The problem with me and breakfast is I like to get up and start working. So I'll usually start working. I'm up by 6:30. I'm usually start working by 7. So I don't like stopping to eat breakfast until like 10. I like to eat like 9:30, 10 o'clock breakfast. But when I have to be over here at 10, I work and then I forget and then I run out of time and things like that. So you don't have, I mean, you've seen me. You really don't have to make sure that I eat. But like breakfast when I'm going to stream, because if I do this, then I'm not eating anything till like afternoon sometime. So I made a point to eat breakfast today. So thank you, Even Supposing, for asking that. So yeah, I'm good to go today. I really felt bad. All right, see you, Jonathan. I really felt bad the other day. Like I couldn't get home fast enough on Tuesday to like start shoving food in my mouth. I was like, ugh. All right, let's open these up. All right, so yeah, standard, cool little belly band. Nothing like too hype about it, other than like a green leaf on here. So these colors are awesome. These are better than the Mackinac Autumn colors. Ooh, man, it's even got like the leaf stem on here. That's kind of wild. All right, I don't know if this is on purpose or just mine, and you probably can't see it, but the leaf stem and the artwork matches the stem on the cover. I think I have it angled so you can barely see it. That's one of those stupid things that I notice. I did get the subscriber extra. I'll show that, I guess, unless y'all don't want me to show it, but I'll show it. You probably know what it is. I mean, they said it on the thing, so, but I'll show it. It's sitting right here. I wish it was a very fall day here. We'll still be 95, 96 yesterday. My son had baseball practice yesterday afternoon. It was 100. Are they lined up purposely like that? It's rad. It's just genius. Yeah, we got close to 100 in the afternoon yesterday. All right, so it's going to be really hard to see. I don't know which camera would be best to show this, but you can see this is like a debossing of the leaf and then an embossing of the field notes. It's really rad. They did just, God, y'all and y'all's temperatures. I'm miserable right now. Like, I'm fine with the hot, but it's at some point it needs to end. And then, so the cover, I think all the top lines, it really doesn't, my lighting really doesn't like the brightness. The top lines are orange. Let me turn on the side camera and see if this will show it a little bit better. Not much better, but the top lines match the color cover, so you can see that there. Yeah, interminable is the correct word. Like, it just needs to stop. Like, we'll finally get into the 80s like Monday, which is just dumb. So yeah, that's orange. Do these have, so the orange is, what color are we calling this one? Where's my spec? Huh. It says warm red on cover for the orange one. So let's see if the red one says. So here's the red one. What are these leaves? Do I have a list of what leaf this is? I don't know my leaves as well. So what's this one? Orange, you glad it's fall? Yeah. This looks like an oak leaf. This looks like a maple leaf. Right? This looks like an oak leaf. Yeah, so we're going to test the 70-pound paper here in a second. That was one of my goals today with the 70-pound. So this color cover says Scarlet. Okay, so this is Scarlet. They're actually calling the orange warm red, which it's very orange. Like, I could maybe see an orange red, I don't really get warm red out of this. So, you know, now this is my favorite one. I don't know which leaf this is. I love the bright yellows. Like you can see, like it matches my phone case. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Like this is what I was excited about. So we're calling this one Safety Yellow. What kind of leaf is this one? I think we have oak, maple, and something else. I guess I don't know. Oh yeah, and there's the orange. I mean the yellow stripe, red stripe. I love the double stripe. That actually makes me want to use the lines a little bit. Do y'all want to see the subscriber extra or no? Like some people get mad if we like do the. I do have the new iPhone. Kimmy, thanks for the sub. You're awesome. I appreciate that. Some people get upset like if I spoil like the subscriber sub, even though they told you what it is. Like, birch. That makes sense. Yeah. So, yay or yes. Yes. I'll take a few more answers or a few more responses to that. And then we'll test the paper. Sugar maple, American elm, and scarlet oak. So that's the elm tree is the yellow. Okay, show it. It's they said it was going to be a bandana, and it is. It is a monster of a bandana. So that's it. That's pretty dope, right? So if you didn't want to be spoiled, hopefully you had a minute there. They did a great job. With this. So, oh yeah, and it's got the leaves on here. So, all right. All right. It's all clear now. But it definitely needs to go in the wash real quick. You know how when you get the bandanas at first. So like I usually carry a bandana in my bag. Number one, I say it's for spills, but it's mostly because I'm sweaty. So if I ever need like that, I carry this it's basically a Japanese handkerchief that I carry in my bag for usually when I I pretend it's for spills, but it's really because I'm sweaty. So there's something you didn't want to know today. But yes, I approve of the bandana look. It's really nice. So this will be the one thing that I do regret sometimes. I'm not going to renew my Field Note sub just because I don't need any more notebooks. And although I need more to send to y'all, so maybe I should just keep it. But sometimes the pack-ins are really cool like that. All right, let's test this paper real quick. So out of all of these, let's do a poll. We can do a poll here. Voting on which color should Brad use first. That's right. Got to get that humidity out, man. Option, say. We're going to keep them simple with red, orange, and yellow. Red, orange, all right, so when I put this out there, it's going to tell you how to do it, and you have to do like exclamation point number, I think. It's been a while since we've done this one. And we'll time this for 2 minutes. All right, ready? Yeah, you missed Field Notes talk so far, and bandanas. All right, there's the poll. So you do bang, vote, and then the color number. So I'll type it in here. Bang, bang, vote, and then you can't just put in a number. So you do exclamation point, vote, and then space, and then the number. 0 for red, 1 for orange, 2 for yellow. So we're voting on which one I'm going to start right now. And this poll will run for 2 minutes, so everyone get in there and vote. We're really doing this so I can test the paper. So let me get some pens out while y'all finish voting. My only issue is I didn't really bring a wet writing fountain pen with me today, but we'll be able to tell pretty much. Yeah, extra fine and needle tip are the only fountain pens I bought today. So, all right, you have like 45 seconds left. So let me slide this over here. Let me hit that coffee. I think this is going to be a close vote. I hadn't looked at the results yet. I wonder if it'll just automatically post the results when this is the first time I've sent it with a timer. Yeah, so that's the theory with these, Aline. They used the 70-pound paper, which is what they've used in a few of the more fountain pen friendly ones, and they don't do it that often. Like maybe once a year, sometimes not even that. All right, let's see if it puts out the results. Poll is closed. Yellow won with 9 votes. So it was close. Yellow 9, orange 8, red 5. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna use yellow because I guess my vote was the tiebreaker. I voted for yellow, so we did that. All right. So America the Beautiful was the first 70-pound paper, and it was good. It was good for fountain pens. So let's see. Yeah, I did make one fatal error today, as I didn't bring a very wet fountain pen here. But these Retro 51s with the Schmidt, this is the standard P8127 refill, so the thick one. These are you use like wet stubs even in like the crummy paper ones. I can't do that. So these are generally pretty wet and bleedy. So we're gonna write, okay, last name I see is Even Supposing. Hello, so this is Twitch chat 10-3. Yeah, this looks pretty good so far. Yeah, it's because of the utilitarianness of it. And then Tolliver 10. I'm just writing down some names because I'm not very original, so I'm just writing down the screen names that I see. So if you want your name written, just type hi in the chat. Oof. Stubbs with 50. You're a better person than me. All right, so that's a good noodle water. Yeah, see, I like all these. We'll get these next. Okay, so there's definitely no feathering of any kind. So this is 0.7 millimeter roller ball. You can tell that's pretty clean if it ever focuses. It's not going to focus for me. And this is the real. This is what you want to see, which is just, really nothing coming through the back side of the page. Even though it's not focusing, there's nothing really there. So that's 0.7 millimeter. That's Schmidt rollerball. So I have my needle point. Let's write a couple more. What do we say? Noodle Warrior. I mean, these aren't gonna bleed on the normal paper anyway because it's so tiny. But if I pull it up a little bit, I'll see if it goes through. And actually, I should do that with the Retro too. So that's a needle point nib. Yeah, I mean, pocket notebooks are pretty much the best, right? Like, I won't disagree with that. Mr. October, well, you have the perfect name for this set. So, welcome to the new addiction. And this would be a very worthwhile first set. It kind of gives you everything that Field Notes does well. That's why I enjoy editions like this. So here's the back side of that page. Again, you can't really see. Yeah, I mean, the national parks are fantastic. Whoops. It's really probably better up here. Like, you can't see anything on there. Just a little bit of shadow. It's really hard. I apologize that you can't really get clarity on these. It does not like to focus properly. The text my wife sent me. I'm gonna read this to you. She's not watching right now. I'm not gonna read that. It's just funny. Because she's mad. She's mad at work. She's got to go. She's off today, but has to go do something at work that can't wait till she's back. So she's ticked, and I'm tickled. So, this is the extra fine tulip guy. I love this pen. This kind of matches that oranginess, the yellowness of it. So where are we at? Mr. October 100. Work pen. So this one's a little bit wider. This is a Montegrappa extra fine nib with the Robert Oster Pen Addict ink. Fire on fire. Thicker Field Notes are more likely to hold the butt curve. Even their thinner covers hold up pretty well. Like I've been pretty good with that. All right. Whoops. Pen Addict, that's me. Oh, I forgot I'm not talking very loud into the mic. My apologies. My apologies to future listeners on YouTube who will yell at me for volume issues. So that is an extra fine. Yeah, I'd say these are definitely a winner for fountain pens. Like I said, I haven't used anything extreme, but there's nothing going on with the paper whatsoever. Not even a dot of bleed through. So, yeah, thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. If I had more thumbs up, I'd have more thumbs up. I very much like this edition. You know me, I will go for the most classically styled Field Notes more than the super crazy editions. Even though I appreciate the technical aspects of the super crazy editions, I really appreciate these classic Field Note style editions. So yeah, very cool, very approve. By the way, I'm using the Sapelo XL. It carries my theme system perfectly. I don't think I've told that to Mike yet. So this is my little theme system guy. We'll keep this notebook handy because this next pack is from, what are the crazy editions? Well, they'll do something like Coastal, where they'll do a lot of foil stamping and wild mapping, and gradient reticle grid on the inside. That's like every technical aspect turned up to 11 to print a book, where this is just as technically difficult but comes out in a more classic style, and it's as opposed to a more flashy style. Yeah, this is a totally crazy. This is, for something that looks so basic, this is an extraordinarily high-tech issue. Like, it's really good. That's why I read that bit on stream yesterday, just about that one little part because it's so technical. And like they live for that. Like talking to Jim and Brian, like that's what they live for. Is like doing these weird print jobs and things like that. All right. Hashtag not an ad. Anyone an art snack subscriber? I'm technically not an art snack subscriber, but they had some glitch in their system like a year ago that restarted my account, and Lee said he'd refund it and like do away with it and make it stop, and he didn't. So I think it's finally non-standard sizes in Papers Byline dime novel. Yeah, exactly. So Lee, who's one of my really good friends, I love Lee, and Sarah, his sister, they've done such a good job with art snacks, but my subscription won't stop coming. Like I'm trying to end my subscription, but it won't stop. And that's okay. Like I don't mind. But I had to stop it because it's a very art-centric thing and I'm not like a super art guy, like as far as paints and things go, because like I don't need here, I'll unpackage this. Like this is really cool if you're really into this stuff, and I know some people are, but I don't need abstract acrylic ink. I don't have a Visionaire to put this in, right? So I don't really need what they're selling here. Like I just set this aside, and like I have a whole stack of paints and brushes from Art Snacks that I leave for the kids. This is dangerous. So like I think I finally got my subscription canceled, but it's through no fault of my own. Thank you, Sarah Hagen. Yeah, this is thank you for the follow. This is, what do they call this color? 651 Rose Venetian pink, Rose de Venice. So we're on the millennial pink bandwagon, I guess, with this one. This looks like nail polish to me. So yeah, so if I was painting, so with this amount of paint in here, there's probably a paintbrush in here, which I don't use. So as much as I love Art Snacks, I ended up having to stop subscribing because I just need it to be like stationary snacks. Would I ever make a Tomoe River notebook? I would never say never. I mean, I love them. So, I mean, it's possible. I don't have anything like in the works. I've never really thought of it. And there's a lot of Tomoe out there, so I'd probably do something different. If you said tomorrow, Brad, you have to make a notebook, I would probably not choose Tomoe River, just because it's kind of done, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's great. I love using it. I get sour punch, because there's always candy. I would buy buy any notebook, especially a pocket notebook that Brad did. I appreciate that, even supposing. And I'll let you in on something. This is not a product that exists or may never exist, but Chris from Write Notepads and I have spent hours exchanging sketches of a notebook I want built. We don't know if we can do it. A Hobonichi week size notebook with Tomoe River paper. Yeah, the Midori stuff's getting close, but it's not the Tomoe River paper. Robiki Note is like that. It's also not Tomoe River paper, but you would enjoy those. Look up Robiki Note. Yeah, I don't think anyone makes that shape with Tomoe River paper. Me and Crit, like, what we came up with is a little complex. So I don't know if it's gonna happen, but like we're not even in the testing phase. We're gonna pick it up next year. We're both super busy right now. But it's on the table. And yeah, we'll see. Some of the first Write Notepads, that's awesome. They do such a good job. I'm a huge Write fan. Oh, so Lolita Classique, do they make one that's just notebooks, like that shape but just a notebook type of thing? We'll have to look at that. Yeah, that's something to look into. Yeah, the Write stuff is so good. All right, so Art Snacks, They always do. Okay, so they make a week size one. Okay, well, there you go. They give you the little wrap, and they give you the little bookmark with all the stuff in it, which we'll look at that in a minute as I open this up. Share your unboxing with us, #ArtSnacks. All right, Lolita Classiques, you've got me curious now. It's a set of notebooks that are thin, so like a 3-pack of week-sized skinny notebooks. We can go look them up online. If y'all will go look them up, you can share a link in the chat. Oh, so yeah, this is where I get all my stickers from ArtSnacks, right? Look, this one's got Ghost on it. Almost Day notebook. Okay. So I already have the One ArtSnacks sticker on my laptop, so we're not going to use this one. But this is cool. They do great themed stickers. Their logo is so good, right? It's like, I mean, outside of the Knock logo, it's like second best stationery logo. All right, so we have, oh, wow. This is something. So sometimes you get like surprised, like I know how much these things cost. These are super expensive. These is 2 Copic markers in 2 like killer colors, grayish lavender and frost blue. These look dope. Man, I might have to keep my ArtSnack subscription like this. Man, let me read why they put these in here. Yeah, these are $8. They always put the retail price on here. These are $8 each. Yeah. Dude, these are crazy. All right. We're going to test those out in the notebook here in a second. So like I said, there's always, if they send me paint, there's going to be a brush. And these are the ones I like. Okay, I should do does anyone do ink testing with a bristle brush? Like, I know Kelly from Mountain of Ink, I think, does. And I know Anna does. We'll use a bristle or, standard paintbrush to do. So, okay, so Miss G's Crafties. This is what I want to know. If you're going to sit down and you're going to take this brush and you're going to say, I'm going to sample these dozen inks today, how clean are you getting your brush and how dry are you getting your brush between dips into a different bottle of ink? This is my concern about doing contamination's my concern, right? So when I'm like, glass pen is much easier to clean, but like I worry about the brush. Do you take a sample out? Yeah, like I'll use Q-tips because I can just pretty clean, paper towels. But you'll use the same brush. Will you dip in the bottle or will you sample out of the bottle into like a cap or a dish or something, then do it and then discard, like, so you're not dipping the brush into the bottle that might have, like, I'm way overthinking this. I'm very aware that I'm way overthinking this. If you use a higher quality brush, it cleans up easily, and a white towel to dry to make sure there's no more ink. Okay, it's like this is good information. Like, that is something I need to know. That is good stuff. Metal chopstick. I could probably just use the back end of this this brush. This is a Royal and Langnickel brush, so it's got this very angular thing here. But I've used my knife before, but then I don't have like a knife just for dipping in ink. I should do that. Or metal chopstick. Yeah, I've done that before. I like that. But yeah, but the brush makes the lettering look so good. Yeah, the Q-tips are probably contaminating too. But at least not contaminating with other ink. But yeah, like you can get so much line variation and character with a brush, and you can really see the colors in there. So I don't know, maybe I'll take this stack of ArtSnacks brushes that I've built up over the years, right, and do something with them. That's probably what I should do. We're gonna get back to these Copics, but I got a pencil here. So we have the General Semi-Hex drawing pencil. Can't really see that. I have a set of the tiny sterile swabs. Kolinsky brushes are great. Okay, that's good to know. Like, I didn't have that. This will not. I have too many things in the screen, but it says General's You gonna focus? General semi-hex drawing. 2H. That's firm. Yeah, that's true, even surprising. So what's the deal with this pencil? Lightly sketch your outlines before inking with the 2H General Semi-Hex Drawing Graphite Pencil. Its core is fully bonded to the wood for extreme durability and break resistance, so you won't need to constantly sharpen this pencil. Well, I mean, it's 2H, right? So it's on the good side. It's on the good side of the ledger, right? It's on the correct side of the graphite grading scale. Feels good. I want to sharpen it up. Let's see how this notebook handles Copic markers. Like, there's no chance that this handles these well, right? They're alcohol-based markers, so they're gonna bleed right through the page, right? Is that the idea? Ooh, look at that color. So this is Frost Blue. That's a cool color. Yeah, so like alcohol just goes into the page, which is fine. Like, that's what it's supposed to do. But it doesn't transfer to the page behind it, which is nice. This is a great color. Super nice. And then we have grayish lavender. That's a color I can get behind. Grayish lavender. That's super pretty. I wish you could see these colors better. I like my color combination. So with Art Snacks, you don't know what colors you're gonna get. Like, not everyone's getting these two colors. It's random. So I won the color lottery. Morning, Schmevelin. I won the color lottery with these. So I'm super happy about them. But yeah, that's awesome. They're really cool. Man, that's a good Art Snacks box. Just these alone is really good. Yeah, super dope colors. They're definitely brighter and purplier than they are on the page, but it's cool. Very approve, Art Snacks. Very approve. All right, so that's that from this box, which was a win. Is my camera rattling? There's a train going by. Yeah, so if you like experimentation, Art Snacks is the way to go. For sure. All right, let's chuck all this stuff back in here. We have one more box to open, which is something I ordered for myself-ish on purpose. Good morning, Sarah. So yeah, Art Snacks. All right, coffee break. I don't know if I need desk cam for this. We'll knock that off. All right. Yeah, so I think I wonder if people will trade, like in the Art Snacks hashtag, I wonder if people will trade colors that they get. I wouldn't be surprised. Pencils with, oh, I just saw this from Alex. Pencils without racers on the end just feel so wrong to me. No matter how good they are, I always want to turn over to yours an eraser. I'm super cool with no erasers. That hurt your ears? Yeah, it's a microphone. I'm trying to get it closer because I don't have like the perfect audio setup for this. Like, I have the good enough audio setup for this. So yes, I do have it in the frame here. To get it closer, to my voice. I need an overhead boom. Not really. All right. This is from Pen Chalet. Hashtag not an ad. I paid. I have to say, I feel like I have to say this, even though I don't have to say this. I just feel comfortable saying it. I got no discount other than, like, I went to the website and put the code PenAddict10 in there from the podcast and ordered some pens for me. So there was something that I wanted for me, and then there was something that I wanted for the Pen Addict members. So, where is it? It was the... I'll find it for you, Aline. It is called... Now I can't find it. Let me use the magic of the log. No. Maybe that's not gonna work. Hobonichi Notepad. Is that it? Is that the weak size one? Okay. Nice. Yeah, I've used the pocket notebook size ones of those. Those are cool. Very cool. All right, and then so let's see. Pen Addict Hype. That didn't work for you. So packing peanuts. Come on, Ron. Come on, Ron. Packing peanuts, huh? Pen Chalet rewards. Oh, look. There's my name and an order number on here, I guess. Dowdy 325791. Maybe that's my password to the site. So yeah, I feel like I should say whether I pay for stuff or I just want to be a good disclosure boy, and I like to have good disclosure, and I like to okay, they might be biodegradable. I'll check. I won't check. You know, I keep everything on the up and up. I think it's fair to assume like I probably get a lot of stuff for free. You should just assume that someone gave it to me, but like in this case, which is not the true for everything. So like I I wanted a very particular pen. Fireblaze. Is this what it's called? Laser Orange Lamy Pico. I keep forgetting to order this, and they're getting low on stock everywhere because it was kind of sort of limited, but not really. And I have the white one, which I thought was a great idea. And oh, thank you, Evelyn. Thank you so much. You're awesome. You're my favorite stalker. Love you, Evelyn. Oh gosh. Yeah, so I have a white one of these, and it gets comments. And boy, you can't even see how orange this thing is. The light cannot pick up the color of this at all. Wow, that is not even close to what this looks like. This is stronger than like traffic cone orange. Tony, thanks so much, buddy. I appreciate you. So these are great pens, and I wanted the orange one. You just pop it like that, and it comes out, and then it's got this little proprietary Lamy refill, which they love to do. It's a little baby refill. It's called the M22. Little baby ballpoint refill. Kind of neat, but I just love this pen, and I needed one that wasn't white, and orange it is. Bob Oswald sneaking in on us. Look at you, Bob. I see you there. I see you working. So it's just I'll get like a blue, I'll get a blue refill for this eventually. I guess I could put this back on. But Lamy ballpoint refills aren't that bad. Just in black and blue. These are so proprietary, like no one else makes a refill that shape. So I'll order the blue ones. You know, I just haven't done that yet. I might have one laying around. So that's what I usually switch in and out of my Lamy pens. So this is a Lamy Pico Blaze. This is a super smooth refill and very nice. So yeah, I had to buy this one for me. And oh, there's a other colors of refill. Yeah, it's not really other colors of refill. I wish. Lamy, there's only a few Lamy refills that are not proprietary. Most of them are very Lamy specific, but they're very quality. Yes, I do like them. The only one that I know is easily to switch out is the Tipo, which is the weird retractable one with the post off the top. that fits Pilot G2 compatible refill. So I buy the Lamy Tipo and put in a Pilot Juice refill, which I love. I think that's a great combination. And that's only like a $12, $13 pen. It's got a weird grip section on it though, but I love the Tipo. Oh yeah, the Lamy 2K multi-pen uses D1 refills, so those are easy. But a lot of other Lamy roller balls and ballpoints, so use proprietary refills. You can look them up, but like this is one of them. The M22 is definitely, no one's making anything like this. There's probably some type of D1 compatibility with this, I would maybe think, like if you could like hack something, but that's a lot of work for probably maybe not working. So yeah, Lamy does things. Yeah, they should hire me. You know that. We could double Lamy sales in 5 years. Who makes the best D2 color refills? D1, you mean? D1 or D2? Is there a D2? What is D2? Or G2? Proprietary. Yeah. Platinum's starting to do that. Like with this latest pen, right? The one you shared with me, the Prefontaine. Platinum's very guilty of that on the lower end of the scale. D1. So, I like the Zebra Sarasa gel makes the best D1s. Only in quality. They are one of the worst value products on the market because gel ink gets used so quickly. So they're the most expensive and run out the fast, but they're gel and they're a 0.4, so I like them. They are outrageously expensive for what you get, but you can get them in colors and you get them in gel. Outside of that, for the basic ballpoint colors, I use the Jetstream D1. That's my go-to. And that's standard ballpoint, black, blue, red. D1 refills. It's still expensive, but they at least last longer than the gels. Like I have a hard time recommending those Sarasa gel or the Sharbo gels. I don't know the exact name of them, but it's Zebras, and they go in the Sharbo X pens, and they're like $3 and something each. And if you're any kind of writer at all, you will go through one of those a week, easy. And it's just not a good price. It's just gotta. Am I going to get the Hiroshi dialogue? I'm gonna have to no. That's a whole different level of crowdfunding campaign I'd have to do. If I sold every pen I own, I don't think I could afford the Hiroshi dialogue, nor would I want to. So here's a big test, and maybe we should do this on the podcast next week. This made me think of it. Would you sell every pen you own to buy one pen that you have to use for the rest of your life? Because that's pretty much what buying the Hiroshi dialogue would be for me. Would you sell every pen you currently own to buy one pen you have to use for the rest of your life? Yeah. Right? That's tough. Like that's an easy no for me, right? Because that would affect more than just my day-to-day writing. It would affect my job. But yeah, that's a tough gig. That's a tough gig. Yeah. I mean, is there that good of a pen for each of us out there? Maybe. I don't even know where I'd start. Like, because I wouldn't want some like $20,000 Hiroshi Lamy dialogue. I would not enjoy that, you know. Okay, a red Lamy 2000, that's actually a pretty decent choice there, Kimmy. Custom 823 does fall in the, hey, if I had one pen, that could be it pen for me. Same with the Conid, the Monarch Minimalistica that I have. It's just a good shaped pen. Yeah, I don't know that there is a good all around perfect for everything thing. What was it if it was the only pen of its kind? Like, still, like that's more of a turn off than a turn on, right? That's why this is a hard question. Just like the Urushi dialogue is everything, because that's like it's like a $20,000 pen. How much is that pen? If I could get an orange Lamy 2000, Lamy needs to hire me. Like, what is the problem? Yeah, some pens have certain meaning to people and would be hard to sell. So, a 1950s 400 Pelican of some sort could be the one and only. Yeah, so I think it's a interesting question, and it's a definite no for me, because I enjoy too many different things for too many different reasons. But that Urushi dialogue question got me thinking. I love seeing. Yeah, I'm not a pen monogamist. I definitely say that. I love seeing how much love there is for Lamy 2000 if they would give us something else besides the black. Like, the blue one almost doesn't even count because there's only so few of them. I mean, the red one. How many did they make of the red one? Just one? Did they just make one red one? Or was there like 30? I can't remember. And I mean, black amber doesn't even count. Like, could you imagine an orange or a purple Lamy 2000? I mean, I can't. I mean, I can, but not until they hire me would that ever happen. So, all right. Last pen. So, I totally got. So, I don't know if y'all know, but I have a podcast called the Pen Addict Podcast. Yeah, I wish they would have other colors, but not at the blue Lamy 2000 price. And that was Joe's argument that I agree with. Why not make 5,000 of those and sell them for $250 instead of 500 of them and sell them for $500? They would sell out immediately still, and they'd make a lot more people happy, and they'd have a lot more Lamy customers. So, yeah. Anyway, so yes, there is a podcast about pens out there. Many of them, actually, many very good podcasts. You should go listen to them all. And I got advertised too on my own podcast. So I bought in. So you know how we do the little bit with our scroll through the ad. Brad scrolls through the ad while Mike reads the ad thing for the Pen Chalet discounts. It's really true. Like, I don't look at what Ron has put on the Pen Addict page beforehand, so I am surprised when I see it. And since I was raving about the tulip and the nib. Can you talk about pens for drawing and sketching in a future podcast episode? Absolutely. We'll get Tiff or Julia on to do that. Let me write that down. See, I keep delaying y'all. But that's actually a great idea, and that would be better with a guest. So let me do a make do crossover podcast. We need to do that anyway. So I was talking about how much I like my nib on the tulip. Hashtag disclosure: Ron did send this to me for free. Like, I did not pay for this, but it started when they did the Monte Grappa pen last year. Who's on first? Where the nib changeover really set it apart. So Ron had these Monte Grappas on the Pen Addict page, and I went and got one. And I bought it because I'm not going to shut up about this nib. This is the pen style that turned me onto the nib, and I'm going to give it away to Pen Addict members. So I bought this for you guys and gals on the Pen Addict members, because I also realized when I was shopping for my orange Pico, it hit me that I missed September's Pen Addict giveaway. Usually on the third weekend of the month is my Pen Addict members giveaway. And so I got this guy, and it has the dope nib, and I got it in a fine, and it's a piston filler. So it's got a ratchet system in here to fill the piston. You just screw it all the way down, screw it all the way back up, and start writing. So yeah, I love this pen. I have this pen in the Dromgoole special edition. So I didn't need it for me, but I bought it for giveaway. So yeah, like the price on these was dumb. So I was like, oh, that's you don't even have to enter that giveaway, Tony, if you're a Pen Addict member. I think you are. Like, this is just something. So like this weekend's Pen Addict newsletter, I give away something once a month. So that was my oops, I forgot to give away September's member giveaway prize. So there you have it. There you have it. It is a Montegrappa. It's specifically the Montegrappa. You have to say it that way. It's required contractually. You have to say it that way. So I adore this pen, so I figured I should give one away because I'm not going to stop talking about it. I very much like it. I'd be interested in some talk about handwriting practice in an episode 2. I can definitely cover that because I don't do it enough, but I used to do it a bunch. It came up this week with a friend of mine. So it's funny to see all of Tyler's friends' parents on the baseball team figuring out that what I do for a living is very strange and they can't grasp their heads around it. So they were all sharing Instagram accounts the other day to share baseball pictures and whatever. So I gave out my account and they'd add me and they'd go, that's a lot of followers or something, you know. They were like, what do you do again? ? And I had posted I guess it was my theme system picture where I had the spread open, and a guy came up to me a couple days ago and said, did you do any drafting in your background? Because I saw that picture you made. So like they're all figuring this stuff out now. So there's questions like constantly. Like one of them wants to take me out to just learn like how this happened. Like he's like, I don't get it. I'm fascinated and you need to tell me how this happened. So I'm like, okay, that's longer than like batting practice conversation. So we need to, yeah, totally, Jonathan. I bet you get some weird questions, especially when you start showing them your stuff. So he saw this handwriting. He's like, did you ever used to do drafting? Because your handwriting looks exactly like my dad's and he was a draftsman for, whatever amount of years. And I said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. And I've talked about this on the show, and this goes hand in hand with Taboo Child's question about handwriting practice. I work for a construction sales company. I got a couple of them to sign up for the podcast. I did. I got at least 2 of them downloading the podcast now. So when I was with this construction sales company, we're having to read blueprints, and it was a manufacturing company. And we had to hand draw some of the drawings to send to the factory, our factory, like in the same building, to manufacture. So I would take home blueprints and get a legal pad. And at the time we had these zebra gel pens that we got like our office manager to order, like special for us to draw really fine and clean. And I'd get the legal pad and I'd get the blueprint and I'd start at A. And then I'd just write pages of A, just trying to get that consistency down. Then we'd move straight through the alphabet. And it got to a point where my handwriting was like, you couldn't tell a difference. Thanks, Evan. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My handwriting was like indiscernible from like blueprint handwriting. Like I got that good at it. And it's literal practice. There's like no tips or tricks other than look at a letter type you want to mimic and do it over and over again until you've changed your muscle memory. That's it. And my handwriting got like back when I was, you had to write checks all the time. I would write these checks and take them to the bank and they'd be like, wow, that's cool how those checks are printed. And I'm like, that's my handwriting. And like, so what my handwriting is now is an after effect of that. What my handwriting is now, why my handwriting is so good is because of that. But my handwriting right now is 100 times worse than it used to be Micah Sargent. Yay. Love you, Micah. Micah's awesome. So like my handwriting is like as good as a lot of people think my handwriting is right now. It is 100 times worse than it used to be, and it's only through practice that gets better. You literally like go online, even if it's cursive or anything, find a handwriting style you like, where you can kind of get an entire alphabet's worth. You know, whether it's like some type of architectural engineering handwriting or some script hand lettering. Start with one letter, and you have to change your muscle memory for how you build that letter when you go writing. So I would just take the pad out, and there'd just be rows of A's until I got that down. And some would come out better than others. Some were very easy to mimic, and you know, that was very natural. Some were very hard. Like a G is always going to be like a very difficult thing for me to mimic cleanly. It's just like a kind of an unnatural. Yeah, Matthew's got awesome handwriting. Matthew's writing style is very similar to mine, just in his general handwriting, not his artwork handwriting style, but just in his regular lettering style is how I would letter with like a brush pen or a marker. So on the drawing topic, have you ever done an episode on urban sketching, paper pad, ink type, and pens? I've been exploring it recently, but want to hear your opinions. I have not, and I have so many friends that do that I could get on the show. I'm going to write their names in this same note that I'm writing here, but I don't want to say their names out loud just in case it doesn't happen. So yes, I think that's a great idea. Mike, you can follow, you may already follow, I believe it's Jose Naranja, or Naranja on Twitter. He does not traditional urban sketching, but he does a lot of like travel sketching. So he's one of my favorite follows. He put up a bunch of posts this morning. It was hard for me not to retweet them all. Yeah, Jose is out of this world. And then follow the, Mike, for sure. For sure. I would love that. Shoot me an email. Because that's a whole subset of like stationary carry, right? You have to be very thoughtful about what you're going with, or not thoughtful at all. You know, any pen and pencil and notebook will do. But if you want to do certain things, you do have to be, okay, I'm going in this area today. You know, this is what I'm expecting, you know, like for the weather, like you're going to be outside. These are the colors I want to have to be representative of the artwork I'm making. Things like that. So one of my favorite artists is, he doesn't call himself an urban sketcher, but is a guy named Tommy Kane. So I've been able to have a good relationship with him over the years, and he is almost outdoors all the time doing artwork. You know, he has pictures of himself traveling around the world with his little chair and his kit, and he's just this super dope guy and makes killer artwork, and is super fun follow. So, you know, check those things out. Also, just follow all the urban sketchers, the main urban sketchers, like Twitch handle, and they'll share out all of the different guys that are and gals that are out there, you know, just doing things like from the Amsterdam trip, you know, symposium they had earlier this year. You know, you can follow like all the artists, Twitter handles and Instagram handles from them. That's how I find, like on Instagram, I mostly follow artists. Same with Twitter. I follow mostly artists on those platforms, social media platforms. I enjoy it very much. So yeah, built your own easel. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, nice, Jonathan. I don't know if that is that good that like he's now like coming over to your house and like he's pretty good at what he does. Like, I don't know, is that good? Did I hopefully I didn't tell him where you live. Hopefully he figured that on his own. Already even supposing. See you later. Oh gosh. Yeah, so I've just started following you recently. Like you're awesome. Yeah, you're really good at making the competitors. But you know what? Like I do the same thing too. It's like it's part of giving back. It's like people ask me all the time like how do I want to start a pin blog but I don't know what to do. It's like I've had those all the time. I was like there's no competition. Like this is not a competitive circuit that we're part of. Yours maybe more than me. Yours is a little more technical, secretive than typing words. Well, good, good. You'll have to let me know offline who he is, see if I know him or see if I like remember or anything. All right, see you, Sarah. Thanks so much for hanging out. But I appreciate all of y'all's feedback. Oh yeah, Art Supply Posse. Y'all should follow Art Supply Posse. I just saw Mrs. Soups mention. There's always great artists on there. I love the one recently with the I can't remember his name, but he did Mike's poster art for PodCon. Yeah, I doubt I know him if he just said, "You can start a pin blog. I feel no threat. I'm the pin editor." Yeah, you know me. I'm a super threatening guy. I'm Mr. Takedown Notice over here. Like, you cannot review pins. I'm the review pins guy. You cannot do that. You know me, big old meanie Brad. Mm. So yeah, what I was saying was thanks for all the feedback, and like topic information. It's super great. It's very helpful. Even though like you tell me something today, and like if you've known me long enough, you know that's not going to happen next week, but it's now like permanently in the bank, in the mental bank. Um, so like 6 months from now, you might see something pop up that'll be, hey, that's a thing we talked about that one time. So yeah, who holds the patent on pen reviews in the history of the internet? So Johnny came before me to pencil reviews. There were a couple other pen blog ish types of things that did reviews before. I'm just trying to think. And Anna's been around as long, if not longer, than me in various iterations. I know she was Snow Angels when I first met her. Like in the pantheon of pen reviews. I'm trying to think of who's older. Yeah. Oh, Mike, man, it's what I do. Like I wouldn't be here without the help of others, and like it's I mean all I want to do is give back. So, I've try to live in like an open and honest manner, and like information's free flowing. There's no sense in holding that stuff back, and if I can help others, that's better than like hey, did I get a new advertiser today? Whatever, but like did I help Amy start a blog today? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like that makes me more happy, right? So you just I don't know. That's just how I operate and try to operate, and then like I'm very much a believer in things just kind of happen. Um, I don't like kind of push things. Like I just do what I think's right, and hopefully things work out. So we'll see. They pretty much have so far. Rich Sticks, glad you made it, buddy. We've been going good. We've had some good talks today. Another question to your dad. I have one on the way. Any recommendations for documenting that first year? That's such a good question. So you're gonna have a lot of time in the middle of the night in your baby's room with the baby laying on your chest and can't sleep, and you're gonna be in a chair, and I would just have a notebook and pen in that room, in that chair, when it's 3 a.m. in the morning and you're rocking and your baby's falling asleep, and they'll fall asleep on your chest and you can't get up yet. And you can write a note saying, man, this is awesome. Like, I haven't slept in days, but there's nothing like I'm feeling right now. And you should write that down. Like, keep the notebook not with you like all day, every day, but in the place where you're gonna be at a time where you don't want to be there, right? You're gonna be there because you're a dad, and it's natural. But man, at 3 a.m. in the morning, and for the fifth day in a row, and you're just like over it, like it's gonna happen. And you get that pen and notebook in that room, and write down like how happy you are to like be doing that thing right now. And you're like, the delusion in your head from lack of sleep will lead to some pretty amazing stories, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, you won't have lack of documentation for your first child. My wife and I always talk about our second child. It was like, did we get a picture of that? I don't see it. I don't see it. So it is definitely true on the first child. You will not have a lack of documentation. So you should like try to document those things when you think it's like the roughest on you at the time, because it'll help you clear your head a little bit, right? Like 5 days of 3 a.m.s feedings in a row, like you're smoked. Like you're just done and you're going to be frustrated and mad, but not at the baby or not at yourself. You're just going to be tired. And if you can put a few words down, those will lead to a few more words, and then it will lead into this story space, and it will lead into a relaxation, and then you'll go, damn, I'm pretty lucky to be here right now. So that's what I've found. So I don't know if that helps or not, but like you want to be able to write, you're going to have plenty of documentation in the good times, but you want to take the opportunity to slow down in the rough times and think a little bit more and give yourself a reboot. So that's my thoughts on that. It's something I wish I would have done more of. So some people in the chat are texting me right now, so they're seeing me do this. So you know who you are. Yeah, so, and congratulations. I see you, Brooks. I see you working. I'm not even going to read that because then I'll be tempted to like discuss whatever you talk. Like, you know, I'm Mr. Open Book over here. I can keep everybody's secrets. Like, I've never busted anyone's secrets ever. Like, all of my contacts in the industry know, like, I'm a closed book whenever it comes to information they provide. Like, that's part of being in the position that I'm in. So I don't want to read Jonathan's text right now because then something might slip. Oh, man. Jesse. Let's question Jesse right now. Jesse, how many more pins do you have to repair to get ready for the Colorado Pin Show in